Okay, so look how beautiful these mountains are. Like this is a perfect combination of water and mountains. Now I can understand why people say when they go on cruises, they come back weighing about 10 pounds more. This buffet so far has been pretty good.
I mean, you can see the next stop. Yeah.
Their Norwegian cruise line, well, at least the ship that we're on, has got 2 different buffets. So this is our second day on the ship, and we've checked out both buffets, and so far so good. We are now docked at Kusadasi, Turkey. And so we're gonna spend a few hours here. Check that out. Let's see what's going on in Kusadasi, Turkey. Okay, so we are officially in Kusadasi, Turkey. So we have officially touched down in Turkey, and so far it is giving something. Not sure what it is, but I like it. We're walking through one of Kusadasi's markets. Actually, this market is right next to the port, right outside of the port. Okay, so we are still in Kusadasi. Look how beautiful that water is.
That's crazy.
It's almost time for us to go back to the ship. We didn't get too far. We only had a limited amount of time.
Up there.
But
Let's climb.
this is it. Okay, so we have finished our very brief tour in. Wait a minute. What? Give me the name of Kusadasi, Turkey. And so we are we're going southwest to Patmos, Greece. And so we'll get there in the next 4 hours. And then we have another brief tour in Patmos, Greece. And so we have stopped touring the ship for a minute to have a nice drink. I'm getting a Mai Tai while we sit and just enjoy the view. A tender from the port to Patmos, Greece. Patmos. I've been corrected. I think is a Patmos, Greece. So we're here. We are on foot officially in Patmos, Greece, and I like this vibe. I'm loving this vibe. It's got this so far. It's got this small town feel to it. Of course, like I said, we just got off the tender, so we haven't gotten into Patmos yet, but here we go. So we're just kind of continuing our exploration of Patmos, Greece. And we're just taking in the sights very slowly. And to be honest, not really sure, where we're going. We're just enjoying the breeze, enjoying the architecture, the colors, the food. Well, at least the smell of the food. We haven't tried any yet, but still here. So I am walking just on the rocks, just a little bit, just to get the entire experience here. You didn't hear it from me, but I cannot swim. So perhaps this is not the most logical thing to do. But I haven't learned to swim yet. Okay? And this is solid down here. But I wanted to get the full experience here. It's very interesting that the residential areas where people's homes is very much intertwined with this very touristy area that we're in, and you almost feel like you are, I don't know, I almost feel like I'm kind of invading their space. But I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that feels that way, but I don't know, it just feels a little bit invasive to the residents here. So I guess now I'm gonna have to renege on my original statement about how things feel. It feels invasive to be walking through this residential area, aka touristy area, because about a handful of residents just waved to me and said, "Welcome to Patmos, Greece," and asked me how I liked it. You know, very, very welcoming. So here we are walking to the coast. The air has definitely changed. A little bit more chilly. You can smell the water. And we're just getting to the sunset. And there she is. There is the sunset. We just made it. We were actually a little bit nervous that we were going to miss it. But we got here just in time. Okay, so we are in Ashdod, Israel. And actually Ashdod is the gateway to Jerusalem. However, we're not sure if we're going to make it to Jerusalem because the excursion that we were thinking of taking was booked. It was already at capacity, which we didn't know. We also didn't know that Jerusalem is an hour away from Ashdod. So, you know, you travel and learn. We will definitely know what to do for the next cruise or just vacation to Israel in general. We'll know exactly what steps to take and how to take them. But right now we are trying to figure out if we want to just take a taxi to Jerusalem or find a bus of some sort to get to Jerusalem. But right now we are in Ashdod. So I'll be back with an update. Alright, so we made it to Ashdod Beach. And so we're just taking in the waters and the sand. It's really a beautiful breeze out here. We didn't quite accomplish our mission to get you to Jerusalem, so we're just choosing to be happy with the beach views in Ashdod. So we're on the way, we're still on the bus to Jerusalem, and this wall that you see right here is the Palestinian wall. So I did not realize, I knew that there was a divider So we are right in the middle
in Jaffa Gate.
of Jaffa Gate, which is in the middle of old city Jerusalem. And this is the Tower of David, I believe she said. So now we're just trekking through. Okay, so I'm going to try and record this video. I don't know if you can hear me, but this is the Wailing Wall in the western center of old Jerusalem. And so Jewish custom, Jewish tradition, they believe that you put a wish, anything you want on a piece of paper, and you stick it, find a crevice in the wall, and you stick it in the crevice of the wall. And after you do that, you know, there are the sides, the wall is split between the women's side and men's side. So of course we're on the women's side, and you know, after the women put in their wish inside the wall, some will pray, some will stop to pray, some will read some of the Jewish holy books that are actually right in front of the wall. I can't get a good view of it, but there is a tradition that I'm noticing that women are doing. After they get through praying, they're walking backwards. And so I haven't figured out, which I'm going to ask what the significance of that is. And yeah, this is really interesting to see. And so this right here is an actual library that's right in the middle of the center, western center. Right at the entrance of the Wailing Wall. And if I'm going to guess, it seems like these are holy books here. I'm going to have to ask to double check. But yeah, all of this is at the entrance of the Wailing Wall. So we made our way to Limassol, Greece, and with this beautiful view of mountains and palm trees. So we are on our way back to the ship. We're actually in Limassol, Cyprus. I think in the last video I accidentally said Limassol, Greece. We're in Limassol, Cyprus. We didn't get to see a lot of Limassol, but I did get a chance to take some gorgeous views of the mountains and palm trees, as you can see here. So, views of mountains is never a loss. So now we are in Santorini. We've moved from the ship to a boat that's going to take us to our, it's ancient aquaterium and wine tasting excursion.
imagine a round island with a small sea basin in the middle until around 1600 BC. 1600 BC, there was a very strong volcanic eruption that buried the whole island under a thick layer of volcanic ash. At the same time, the round island broke into three smaller ones, into Santorini, where we are today, Kusadasi, which is right across, the one with the houses on the top of Strungili, after the eruption on 1600 BC. And you know, they describe that eruption as a real strong one, an eruption that wiped out all life in the island.
So we are leaving the excavation museum in Akrotiri. We left the museum, which holds and protects all of the excavations from ancient Akrotiri. All right, so we are at Santorini Wines, and we're enjoying our wine tasting with this gorgeous view of Santorini.
What we're looking at. We're at a winery. I had a glass of white wine.
So this is the view behind me.
Yeah.
This is
Way
gorgeous.
nicer than home.
All right, so now we're in the town of Fira. There's Hotel Atlantis, and what I noticed as the tour guide was taking us around, there's a lot, you see a lot of signs up that talk about the history, philosophy, and myth of the city of Atlantis, which they actually have an Atlantis museum. It looks like, we didn't go in, but it looked like it was a really small space dedicated to the story of Atlantis, which would have been interesting to see. So I guess I'll be saving that for my next trip to Santorini, because I will definitely be coming back here. So our tour guide told us that in Santorini there is an active volcano, but it has been quiet and dormant for quite some time. And I guess as beautiful as this place is, it's easy to forget about living near an active volcano. I mean, look at these businesses and these hotels and houses just right on the edge of the cliff. Yeah, this view will make you forget about any active volcano.
That is the donkey guy. Yes, it is. They sell the donkeys. Look, they're right there.
Where? Are they there?
Well, they keep them right there. See them right there.
Let me put them all away.
Yeah.
This is pretty. It sounded like there were two drones.
They probably have a nice.
Like you're on a roller coaster. Oh,
Say, my daughter's loving that.
I wonder if they're supposed to be turning in that one. Oh, that air feels
Where are the donkeys?
So now we are on, or at the end of our Norwegian Mediterranean Cruise, which has been amazing. So we are back in Athens, ready to disembark in about 30 minutes. So to celebrate the trip and how amazing it was, I am having cranberry mixed with Chardonnay, just to celebrate the amazing cruise that this was. We sailed on the Norwegian Jade. So if you are looking for a cruise to book a vacation to book, or maybe just to even, do something different, do something that you've never done before, the Norwegian Mediterranean Cruise, I would highly recommend. So you'll get a chance to see Patmos, Greece, Santorini, Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and am I missing a place? As amazing as this trip was, I am feeling very tired right now. Because when you're on vacation, who goes to sleep, right? But anyway, celebrating the end of an amazing trip. I will definitely do this again. And, until next time, this has been a travel edition of the Tamara Tamu Collective, where dreams have no filter. Cheers.